excuse me
Welcome back,
there.
everyone. We are up to game 2 here between FXOpen's and EGAxslav. We currently have Sheth up 1-0 with some great counter-attacking by his speedlings in game 1 on Metalopolis. And we're going on to Lost Temple now. It is going to be Zerg versus Protoss. Best of 3 winner of this will go into the winners bracket semi-final. So a lot of things on the line. It is a best of a double elimination tournament. And these positions cross-spawned on Lost Temple. Sheth has got to be happy with that. I am unstable, joined here by Wolf. And I don't know, so far just today, Sheth has shown he can play both positions extremely well.
Excuse me, a bit of a 12-year-old moment there. Yeah, Sheth, pretty solid player, you know. I've missed seeing him. He played a lot during the beta. He was very good, and he kind of disappeared for a while. And I feel like he might have had a Smurf account that he was practicing on, but I was real ID friends with him. I noticed he hadn't logged in for several weeks, and I was like, I wonder where he's been. But maybe he's been secretly practicing, because if he hasn't, you know, if he hasn't really been playing, then this is extremely impressive to be able to play this well after not playing for so long.
He did take a break, but he came back about 3 weeks ago, and he is actually doing it full time. Between playing StarCraft and coaching StarCraft, he does nothing else. So we're going to be seeing some good things from him so far. But looks like we're going to have the same build from EGAxslav we did see from Mooglade. He's going to be walling off at the front.
Yeah, I think that's pretty effective. And once he finds that his opponent is at cross positions, he's going to leap for joy. He's going to be like, yay, and now I can go for that really early expansion. And it's actually maybe going to make Sheth a little bit annoyed. And that's the funny thing, because in the earlier stages of the metagame for this matchup, it would be earlier on Zerg players were really frustrated with 4 gates, and they would be happy to be at cross positions, but I find that now Zergs are struggling with this matchup at cross positions because of the Stargate play that's so popular. And it's a very mobile army that really just shuts the Zerg players' harassment down significantly, especially with the change that Phoenixes can move while firing. Really shuts down mutas a lot. And here comes the probe, gonna possibly throw down a cannon if he wanted to once this forge finishes.
I don't think the
like
pylon range actually go. Oh, that could be a tough call whether it actually will place cannons at the bottom, but I don't think he's going to go for that. I think he just wants to get his expansion up.
Yeah, I think you're right, and the Zerglings would be out to stop it in time, so making a good decision there. It looked like he did think about it there for just a moment, but he didn't decide not to. And pylon will go down to these lings, and the drone coming out as well to throw down the expansion. Chrono's going off here for EGAxslav as he is supply blocked though, so that's unfortunate. Wasted a chrono there. That'd be really on top of making an extra pylon when you do pylon block. And
very unfortunate for EGAxslav.
Check for this probe.
He saw it with the overload, which is really unfortunate for EGAxslav as well, because that pylon really showed to be a really good investment in the game versus Moonglade. As we do have that gateway finally going down, there is a nice, well, it's not a complete wall off, but will be closed off very shortly for EGAxslav. Sheth not really able to put any pressure on it at all.
Yeah, really nice play by Sheth, picking off that probe. And he's gonna have this overlord here to spot. Expansion nearly done. Only 1 gas so far for EGAxslav. Hasn't thrown down his second one yet. He is going to throw down as natural, which he didn't actually against Moonglade as well. Look at these lings going to try to come in here, and I don't know if that's the best choice. He is going to get 3.5 in here essentially, but Probe will be able to clean them up. And
I don't know, if he controls them right and doesn't get him caught, it will delay a lot of mining time. Well, he's transferring him anyway. But he will be able to get a good scout, see exactly what's going on, continually being in the face of EGAxslav. So not really that bad of a decision. He really should have committed to it once he first saw that cannon. He did lose 1 extra. But it's good.
Yeah, these lings are going to maybe pick off a probe here at the gas. Oh, almost, but hides in the gas just in time. Don't usually want to go for those gas probes when you harass with any unit, whether it's Dark Templar or Zerglings or Zealots, because when the probe goes into the gas, or whatever worker you're attacking goes into the gas, you know, you can't target it, so it's much easier to go for the probes, or just workers in general that are mining on the edge. a bit of a blunder there by Sheth, but I think he was probably macroing, doing some injections or something at that particular moment. And both the Zealot and the Probe just gonna, Zergling just gonna stop there for a moment. Took a little break. Now the Zergling gonna come over here to the natural. Has to be careful he doesn't get too close to that cannon. And it looks like a full wall off. Nope, I don't think that's quite a full wall off there. For EGAxslav with that Zealot is, of course. And it's gonna make several gateways here.
Wow.
So we could see it go.
Sheth just got a probe kill with that one Zealot. Oh, sorry, with that one Ling.
Yeah, it's very on top of things there with that Ling. Now, remember, even though he hasn't gotten Stargates at this particular point, he did do something similar to this when he did get the Stargates against Moonglade, where he got several gateways and then stopped producing out of them for a little bit and got Void Rays out. So he may end up seeing that. But he has made 5 rather than 4. And if we see a Twilight Council here in the near future, we'll know what's going on. But it's going to be tough to see until he decides to, you know, make the choice. And meanwhile, we do have Sheth destroying those destructible rocks to take that third base with the gold expansion. And Roachborn going down, nearly done.
That pylon has been replaced by EGAxslav, so you must really like that spot there for the pylon, as he did get it scattered in the first place, did lose it, but now he's got it again, which is going to really work out well for him. As we do see... We don't actually see any kind of tech coming from EGAxslav. He might be pushing with the... Oh, it's only 5 gateways, not 6. So we definitely should be seeing some kind of tech in the near future, unless he wants to put some pressure on.
He might want to get a robotics facility. I don't know. His timings are a little bit strange. I feel like he's trying to decide whether or not he wants a robotics facility.
He's going to be pushing out a little bit here. Sheth does see it coming, though. He might go and try for the run by. Oh, my God.
Oh, nice block there with the Zealot.
Oh, and he's going to catch all these Lings as well. Very different to last game, but he will still get one Ling in to see what tech is coming, and he is going to see that Stargate.
Yep, and, you know, that Stargate's going to tell him a whole lot, and we'll have to wait and see if he decides to go for a Spire or a Hydralisk Den, and I think he will go for the Spire. Because that's a little bit more of the trend nowadays, to go for that Spire immediately rather than the Hydralisk, because it's so easy to get tech swapped out of you know, your Hydralisk dominance with the Colossus in the near future. But anyway, hold that thought, because as I was rambling, at the bottom expansion we have a bunch of units coming in, taking it out, and some roaches coming, but he's going to get maybe boxed in here with these force fields.
There is not much energy left on these, but...
Yeah. Not enough energy there. Not the most decisive force fields, but here we go. Burrowing, and there's no observer. He's very wise to the fact that his opponent does not have a robotics facility. And
he does have roach speed, so he's going to be able to chase down these sentries if he wants to. He did snipe one. Looks like EGAxslav's going to try for that third base up at the 12 o'clock position. He's sniping a lot of sentries as he's running back.
Yeah, but that Void Ray is going to be out, and that's going to really make Sheth feel like he needs to turn around. But he's going to do a lot of damage here. He's just going to keep forcing the issue, burrowing the weakened roaches, but too close to the cannon. The cannon does give him sight of those burrowed roaches.
But he is focusing that. No, he was going to focus, but he's decided to back up. Now, if we have a look, his Hydra Den is only just down now.
Choosing to go for Hydralisk rather than the Spire is a little bit risky, but we are going to see EGAxslav. He did get that Twilight Council, and robotics facility just starting, so he's going to have this small timing where he can use those Hydras to great effect. Some more Zealots coming in here to try to force a cancel on that hatchery, but there's too many roaches. Wouldn't be able to pick those off.
Could be very close. No, it's close, but not close enough for that one. One thing we did notice between the same kind of things happening as the last game, there is not much creep spread. Those Hydras are out there. We do have Overlord spewing creep here now. If we have a look, we are at 50 drones versus 65 probes. We're at 141 supply for Sheth versus 98 for Kaposh, but he will be able to pick that up significantly once he starts pumping out from all these warp gates. And we do have that Twilight Council and robotics facility down for him as well. So we do have the DT Shrine going up. So very solid game by EGAxslav so far today.
Yeah, I would agree. We do see Sheth is going to sneak an Overseer in here. Going to see that Dark Shrine. which isn't always, you know, that important unless you're going for a really fast Dark Templar opening. What's more crucial is that he knows that it is coming. It's not necessarily going to be able to stop it. Look at this. So gooping both the robotic facility and the Stargate, or rather contaminating with the Overseer. The Overseer does get picked off, but it's well been worth it. Able to contaminate both of those and see the Dark Shrine, so he might start throwing down a Spore Crawler or two at his expansions because those Dark Templar are going to be very annoying. And some Stalkers getting caught out of position here by these Roaches. And Sheth is going to force the issue again, kind of like what he did against Capoche. But you have to be careful with those Void Rays now. He does have a lot of Hydras. And I think that EGAxslav should reposition himself on the cliff.
Yeah, this is going to be very close. There's a lot of units here. Oh, these Void Rays being sniped by Sheth. I think he's just pushing it. If he can take down these two buildings at the front, especially if he can take down that forge, stopping that +2 ground upgrade, burrowing all his Roaches to heal them. Great choice there by Sheth. He's now getting some creep. No, he's still just getting the creep spread from the Overlord drops. His 4 bases are up and running. EGAxslav hasn't had the chance to actually transfer probes to his 3rd base. Here we go. Looks like we might see more pushing here from Sheth. And oh, does snipe that forge, and he's moving in here now. Needs to focus down these Void Rays, and he does get, oh, very close to getting one of those. There's only 2 Void Rays left. Oh my god, Sheth might actually be able to punch in right now as that Immortal on the rally point is actually taken out. There are a lot of Hydras and Roaches here. EGAxslav's forced to pull probes as well. They are dropping like flies to these Hydras and Roaches. Both Void Rays are charged. One does drop, and that's a GG. Wow. Sheth moving on to the upper bracket semi-final in dominating fashion.
What's a little unusual, maybe something happened with his nerves.